Dear friends, as a district judge and member secretary of Kerala State Legal Services Authority, it is my pleasure to talk to you about the various aspects of ragging. Spreading awareness about ragging is one of the commitment of Legal Services Authority. Ragging involves abuse, humiliation, or harassment of new entrants or juniors by the senior students of the institution. Ragging is not new to humankind. In fact, it is prevalent among some animals. Bullying-like behavior can be seen in primates, but bullying among humans tend to harm the prey physically, socially, and emotionally. The earliest record of bullying or its more severe form of ragging can be seen in ancient Greece. The term bullying or ragging was publicly recognized until 1862. Ragging was very widespread among the European soldiers. It became a fashion in universities and schools of Europe after the two world wars, where temporary soldiers were recruited from colleges and universities, and they rejoined to their academic courses after the war. Gradually, it became a fashion in our schools and universities, which followed the English system of education. English schools in India also adopted this hazard. It gradually evolved to become a part of our mainstream education. Basically, ragging was unknown to our Indian culture, where the earliest form of schools were the Gurukula forms of education, in which the children were brought up in the residence of their guru or teacher, where respect and love for each other was preached. As stated above, ragging made its way into India with the invasion of British. Ragging was taken lightly in our system and perceived as harmless by the society in general. However, the tragic death of a medico named Aman Kachru led to a mass movement against ragging. Our state, in order to avoid the menace of ragging, has enacted Kerala Prohibition of Ragging Act 1998. Let us see what is ragging as per the provisions of the Ragging Act. Section 2, Clause B of the Act defines ragging. It is as doing any act by disorderly conduct to a student of an education institution which causes or is likely to cause physical or psychological harm, or raising apprehension or fear or shame or embarrassment to that student, and includes teasing, abusing, or playing practical jokes on or causing hurt to such students, or asking students to do any act or perform something which such students will not in the ordinary course willingly do. So this is the definition of ragging given in the Act. Now let us see who can be punished for ragging. The person who has committed ragging, the person who has participated in ragging, the person who has abetted or propagates ragging are liable to be punished for the offense of ragging. Then let us see what is the punishment. Punishment for ragging is imprisonment up to 2 years, fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees, either be suspended or dismissed from the institution, barred from getting admission in any other institution for a period of 3 years. A student who commits the offense of ragging could also be liable to be tried and punished for other offences under the Indian Penal Code. So it can be seen that the punishment provided under the Act for the offense of ragging is very serious. It, in effect, it ruins the career of a student who involved in ragging. As per the relevant UGC regulations formulated in 2009, a student who is found guilty of committing ragging can be expelled from the institution and will be debarred from taking admission in any other institution. A fine which may go up to Rs 2,50,000 can also be imposed. Then let us see what is the role of the head of the institution. The Act gives a great role, and there is a major role for the head of the institution to play in the case of ragging. The head of the institution shall not be a mute spectator of the incidents of ragging. Obligation is also cast on the head of the institution to conduct an inquiry within 7 days of receipt of complaint regarding ragging. So whenever a complaint regarding ragging is received by the head of the institution, he has to conduct an inquiry within 7 days. If he prima facie satisfied that the ragging incident was occurred in the institution, he has to immediately report the matter to the nearest police station. And if he fails to do so, suppose the head of the institution has failed to discharge his obligation, he is liable as if he had abetted the offence of ragging, and he is punishable for the same offence for the student who has committed ragging. So, a major role has to play by the head of the institution. Now, let us see what is the consequence of ragging. One of the consequences, deaths, can be suicide or otherwise in many campuses. The scar which creates in young minds is itself there for the whole life, affecting mental health. Students have fled from institution and are afraid of coming back to the institution. Victims have abandoned studies, drug abuse, violence, and indiscipline. These are the results of the ragging. And there is need of awareness. Ragging is a social menace and needs to be tackled. Ample awareness among the public about the serious nature of the crime is required, especially since ragging is something committed on an impulse. Ragging was taken in our system and perceived as harmless by the society in general. However, the tragic death of Aman Kachru led to a mass movement against ragging. Taking a look at some of the landmark cases in India, we have Vishwa Jagriti Mission versus central government, which led to the creation of different committees against ragging. The second one is University of Kerala versus Council of Principals of Colleges, which led to the formation of Raghavan Committee 2006. The Raghavan Committee report was released in 2007, comprising of various recommendations to control ragging and bullying in schools and colleges. This committee report categorized bullying as a series of abuse of human rights. On the lines of same, various laws and regulations have been issued to curb this menace. This committee also recommended that teachers and the principal must be held liable if any act of bullying takes place. It is also stipulated in the prospectus that if the applicant is found to have indulged in ragging in the past, or if it is noticed later, admission may be refused or shall be expelled. To curb this problem, in different states, they have legislated several laws. Some of them are Maharashtra Prohibition of Ragging Act 1999, Tamil Nadu Prohibition of Ragging Act 1997, West Bengal Prohibition of Ragging in Education Institutions Act 2000, Assam Prohibition of Ragging Bill 1998, Goa Prohibition of Ragging Bill 2006, etc. Ragging is also punishable under the various provisions of the Indian Penal Code. With these few words, I would like to conclude my speech, as there are several resource persons to take you into the nuances of the various provisions of the Act and other aspects. And let us pray for a ragging-free campus hereafter. Let us be all joined together to remove this menace of ragging from our education institutions and provide a conducive atmosphere for the students to study well and to achieve their objectives and their aims in their life. Thank you. Jai Hind.